Ever wondered how many men it would take to win against a gorilla? You might have thought about this while watching a wildlife documentary or perhaps during a random chat with friends. It's a question that tickles our funny bones and ignites our imagination. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. A typical gorilla, the king of the jungle, weighs around 400 pounds and can lift almost 10 times its body weight. That's like lifting a small car. On the other hand, our average Joe, tipping the scales at around 180 pounds, would struggle to lift a heavy suitcase, let alone a car. Picture this: a wrestling match between a gorilla and man. The gorilla, with its hulking frame and brute strength, is like a living, breathing bulldozer. Meanwhile, the man, despite his gym workouts and protein shakes, looks like a featherweight in comparison. So, if a gorilla and a man walk into a bar, the gorilla is definitely leaving with the peanuts. Now, we're not suggesting you go pick a fight with a gorilla, but hypothetically, what would the numbers look like? Let's paint a picture here, folks. Imagine a gorilla, the Hulk of the jungle, bench pressing a small car. Yes, you heard that right, a small car. Now let's compare that to the average bloke who might struggle to lift his own body weight. The difference is staggering, isn't it? In a game of tug-of-war, it would take about 10 men to match the strength of one gorilla. That's like trying to wrestle control of the remote from 10 football fanatics during the World Cup finals. And if you're thinking about a wrestling match, well, you'd need around 15 men to pin a gorilla down. That's akin to trying to keep a balloon underwater during a pool party. So it turns out you might need a small army or a very large family reunion to take on our furry friend here. So we've crunched the numbers, and you might not like what we found. Brace yourselves, mates, because it's a bit of a doozy. If you've ever wondered how many blokes it would take to best a gorilla, we've got your answer. About 20. Yep, you heard right. 20 full-grown men to take on one gorilla, and that's just for a fair fight. Now, picture this. You're at a barbecue, right? There's a gorilla in the backyard, and it's just stolen the last shrimp off the barbie. Are you and your 19 mates going to let that slide? Of course not. You're going to arm yourselves with spatulas and tongs and give that gorilla a run for its money. Ridiculous? Absolutely. But isn't it just a hoot to imagine? So that's how many men it would take to win against a gorilla. But remember, folks, it's all fun and games until someone has to wrestle a gorilla.